y'all? And let's get into the drama. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because I just got back from hanging out with some friends and them drinks is setting in. But I wanted to get this out to y'all. So we are gonna get into the drama of the whole seating arrangement that was released by Bravo, of what the ladies will be, the seating arrangement of how the ladies will be sitting for Real Housewives of Potomac's upcoming reunion. So let's get into it, y'all. So we're going to be talking about the seating arrangement for Potomac. So this was released on the 19th, and the way the seating arrangement goes, and I'm gonna blow it up so you can see it for yourself. You always got Andy in the middle, but it is on the, I want to say, the right hand side. You have Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy. On the left hand side, you have Karen, Candace, Robin, and Mia. And when people saw that, you talking about the people were up in arms. They were not happy about this. And I giggled. When I saw it because it immediately reminded me of our HOA's last reunion where you had Marlo, Drew, and Sonya on one side, and then you had Sheree, Kenya, and Candy on another side, and none of us understood why, because we did not understand why Sheree got the first seat, because she gave us nothing the whole entire season. Nothing. But it is what it is and what it's going to be when it comes to them. But what I do remember is there was a lot of fighting on each couch. So you had Sheree fighting with Candy and Kenya just sitting in the middle. And then you had Marlo looking at Sonya and Drew fighting because they were sitting next to each other. So when I look at it that way, it makes sense from a production standpoint why they have the ladies sit in a similar fashion. You have, what's her name? Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy on one seat. Giselle and Wendy don't like each other, so it's going to be fighting between them, and Ashley's going to just be sitting in the middle going back and forth. And then on the other side, you have Karen, Candace, Robin, and Mia. Robin and Karen going to be going at each other, so Candace is just going to be sitting in the middle going back and forth. So from a production standpoint, it makes sense because they want the biggest reactions and the most explosive reactions for the reunion. So if you sit them this way, where you don't have Robin sitting next to Giselle, because Robin has always been sitting next to Giselle since season 1, but now she's not, there's going to be a different vibe. And side note, I wish they would have them seated the same way they had them seated but like during the pandemic. I loved when everybody was sitting in their own separate seats, and I tweeted about this because I feel like you got better reactions. You got people, and I know I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. You had people, you have the women feeling comfortable, you get better reactions. Like one of my favorite reunion quotes is from Jennifer, where she's yelling at Jackie saying, "Come on, Merriam-Webster, where you at? Come on." But I felt like she felt comfortable to be as the way she is, even though I know Jennifer would be that way without being sitting next to each other, is because she was by herself, like in her seat. Plus, I also feel like you get a better look at the ladies' dresses because they're not all scrunched up on a sofa together. I also heard that this year's for Potomac, the color is blue. So I'm interested to see if that's true. I think blue is a pretty color, but it depends on the variation of blue that they give them. I'm not really a fan of sky blue, but like navy blue and like royal blue, I think are beautiful colors, especially if you pair them correctly. But that's what I saw on Twitter, but I don't know if that's totally true. But it would make sense if it was blue because I saw the set for the reunion, and I feel like that would kind of be a nice accent on the set. So it makes sense. I will say before I even saw this this tweet by Bravo's Twitter page, I had already tweeted out what I thought my like if I had the opportunity to do the seating arrangement. So I'm gonna put mine of what I thought it should be, and then below I would really be interested in what you guys think, like what you would put. So I had Candace first on the left hand side, then Wendy, then Karen. Then on the other side I had Robin, Mia, Ashley, and Giselle. And I felt like Giselle could either be all the way at the end or she could be sitting behind them or on Zoom. Because to me, she added nothing to this season. But that would be my seating arrangement. And the reason why I feel that way is like Candace's storyline has been threaded throughout this whole entire since episode 1. Since episode 1. You had Wendy, who got into the physical altercation with Mia, but also has had issues with Giselle and Robin. Then you have Karen, who's gotten into it with Robin, and she's gotten into it with Giselle and Charisse. Then on the other side, you have Robin, who got into it with Wendy, Candace, and Karen, and Mia, slightly. Then you have Mia, who's gotten into it with Karen and Wendy, and slightly Candace for mentioning that Chris talked to her or was staring at her. Then you have Ashley. Ashley's gotten into it with Candace, and that's about it. But her divorce storyline has been threaded throughout the whole entire season. Then you have Giselle. Giselle tried to drop that bomb about Chris, and since Candace really wasn't biting on anything, it fizzled out after a while where we were just like, you're a liar, lady. So it's like, what are you doing here? Because you hadn't gotten into it with anybody else. And all we've gotten from Giselle is that storyline about her kids and they sweet 16. And don't nobody really care about that. If I'm about to be all the way 100, it was cute. It was cute. And that's about it. So that would be my lineup. So if you have a lineup, please drop it below, because I'd be interested in seeing what you guys think. And then, like, if you agree with mine, let me know if you agree. If you don't, like I said, I'd be interested. I'm not really upset about the seating arrangement. Does it make sense to me? No, but I get what production is trying to do. They want sparks. They want explosives. That's why they set Sheree and Kandi on the same sofa. That's also why they set Drew and Sonya together when they had the most arguments last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I get what they're trying to do, but I mean, does it make sense to us? No. But I also realize that the only people that really care about seating arrangements is really Atlanta fans, Potomac, and New Jersey fans. That's about it. New Jersey, Atlanta, and Potomac. New York really never cares. What's it called? Orange County really didn't care. When we had Dallas, it really didn't matter. Even with Miami, it didn't matter, because in a sense, some of these franchises, everybody participates, so it doesn't really matter. But when it comes to Atlanta, New Jersey, and Potomac, fans, and me included, we gauge whether or not you did so well based off of where you sitting on the couch. And I think that maybe production has figured that out and they're switching it up, because we were all confused when they showed us the lineup for Atlanta's reunion. We were like, why is Sheree first? Sheree never gave us anything. I also don't understand why they keep putting Giselle and Karen as first. Like, I was even frustrated when they put Giselle and Karen first for season 5. Honestly, to me, who should have been first was Monique and Candace. It should have been Monique and Candace, since that was the main thing that was talked about after the fight, was how Monique assaulted Candace. Monique should have been first, and so has Candace. There's no point why Giselle or Karen should have been first. Honestly, Giselle and Karen have not earned their first chair spots since season 3. Seasons 1 through 3, it made sense, because to me, Giselle and Karen carried this franchise on their backs for season 1 through 3. Once we got to 4 and 5 and 6, no. They didn't carry nothing for me. So I don't understand why they're first this time around, because Karen didn't really activate or argue with anyone until the middle of the season. Candace has been in a rifts with everybody since episode 1. Heck, Giselle hasn't really had anything since episode 1. Robin been beefing with everybody. So why isn't Robin or Candace season first chair? To me, they got robbed, in all honesty, because like I said, Robin's gotten into it with Candace, she got into it with Mia, she got into it with Karen, and she's gotten into it with Wendy. Candace, her storyline about Chris has been threaded throughout the whole entire season, and she's gotten into it with Robin. She got into it with Ashley, and she got into it with Giselle. So why in all seriousness, why do y'all have Giselle and Karen as first chairs? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it would make sense. Like, I got why they had Nene as first chair for Roa, because even when Nene wasn't into everything with everybody, she still gave us something. Same with Kyle. Kyle gives stuff, even if it's like at the last minute, but she finds some way to thread herself into some disagreement with somebody in Beverly Hills and makes it and exaggerates it and becomes first chair in some regards. So I don't understand why these two ladies are first chair. They didn't do anything for me. But yeah, y'all, those are my thoughts. Definitely hop down below. I really, really want to see what you guys would do as a lineup. Like, do you agree with my lineup? And again, my lineup is Candace, Wendy, Karen. Then on the other side, Robin, Mia, Ashley, then Giselle. Like, do y'all agree with that, or do y'all think it should be a different way? Either way, I'm not pressed about it, but I understand if people are upset. So yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.